and there go your hero. Who on the front lines at ground zero? Hero. My heart don't skip a beat even when hard times bumps the needle. Mass destruction and mass corruption, the souls of suffering men clutching on deaf ears again. Rapture is coming, it's all prophecy, and if I gotta be sacrificed for the greater good, then that's what it gotta be.
Hey everyone, it's me, the Nerdy Hero. I'm here to do the review for Black Panther. It's not the first African-American led superhero movie, but it is the first one for the MCU and this new generation of superhero movies. So it's a pretty big deal. The marketing for it has been everywhere. They're estimating like almost 180 million opening weekend, maybe 160, 180, somewhere around there. I have to say this movie is fantastic. It might be, many will probably say it's the MCU's best superhero movie. I say it's up there. I think I like it more than Iron Man. That's for sure. I think so. I really don't know where to begin with this movie because it even doesn't have the same problem as a lot of Marvel movies have, which is the villain's pretty two-dimensional. In Black Panther, you are introduced to the villain very early on, then he kind of goes away, then he comes back again for around the halfway point of the movie, and then throughout the film he's there. And you feel for him, you understand him, you start to learn his backstory, and you see his point of view. I mean, he's still a villain, and how he goes about doing things is very villain-like, but at the same time, you see where he learned how he is, where he came from, and you see him struggling with that inside of his own head as he's trying to do what he believes is right, and to a certain degree, he is kind of right at the same time, but how he goes about it is really not the best way. Then you also, you get to see T'Challa, who made his debut in Civil War, and this movie takes place about a week after Civil War takes place. So it's actually before Homecoming, I think, somewhere around there. You see T'Challa, who's played by Chadwick Boseman, who, might I say, the cast in this movie was phenomenal. Lupita Nyong'o, Chadwick Boseman, Andy Serkis, Martin Freeman, Forrest Whitaker, and it just goes on and on and on. So like I was saying, T'Challa, you see him struggling with the idea that now he's going to become king. You see the ritual that he goes through to become king, and again, I get sidetracked. The world of Wakanda that we're introduced and the culture is so deep and so fulfilled. Like you see this, they have oversweeping shots, and then you show you like the marketplaces and everyone's fashion, and you start and the music is playing, and you're like, you feel swept up into this world, like you believe it's real. You see like how deep and rich the culture really is, and you want to learn more about it. I thought it was fantastic to see what Wakanda really felt like and what it looked like, from their food to their culture to their economy, all that. You see it and you can believe it, and you're like, this place is basically El Dorado, as it's called. So back to what I was talking about again. T'Challa becomes king, and you start seeing him and you start understanding the world of Wakanda and how it works as him being king. And then you start understanding, what does it mean to be king? Can you still be a good man without being a king? You start to understand where his mindset is and things, and he starts to think to himself, should I let the world know that Wakanda is real and, assist the world with our technology and our weapons and our way of living? We can help the world, but Wakanda's always, for centuries, has been hidden, and that's how they have always been, so he's deciding on doing that. You got the Lupita Nyong'o as the love interest, she's just beautiful in this movie, and she's kind of telling him, like, we should be helping the world. She's pretty much a spy. She is a spy for Wakanda. She goes into the world and helps others and, reports back to Wakanda with everything that she's seeing. Andy Serkis is in this movie, obviously. He's playing Ulysses Klaue, who we haven't seen since Age of Ultron. Now, when you see him in this movie, he still is pretty much as wacky and silly as he was in Age of Ultron. And, for his character, it works for what he is. It's pretty silly, but that's the kind of character that he was. Was he like that in the comics, the character himself? No, but it's a film and you want to change things up a bit here. And you see how he works with Killmonger once he's introduced again around this halfway point of the movie. He's reintroduced, and he has a claim to the throne as well. So he wants the right to be king, and so T'Challa is already king, so they have a challenge for that. Then you get to the climax of the movie where it's really a battle for the right to be king, and where do everyone's alliances lie, and it leads on to the final battle. At the end of the day, I don't want to spoil how the ending is, how the fight is. It was a pretty intense fight, and after it's over, the moment that Killmonger and Black Panther have together, for those who have seen that movie know what I'm talking about. Like, it's a pretty deep moment between the two of them, and what they say to each other, and what Killmonger says, and it makes me really care for Killmonger, or Eric is his name, I believe. you understand, at that moment you really get it, what he was trying to do. If you didn't get it before, you really understand it now. That's something that this movie really touches on. Is it touches a lot about certain real world issues that we face here today, but it doesn't feel like it beats you over the head with it. So I don't know what else to say. Something I didn't like, there was a couple of things I didn't like. The post-credit scenes, there's two of them. The first one I didn't like at all because I felt like the movie basically, like, you could grab that first end credit scene and just put it at the end of the movie. It would have been the same thing. Or the way the movie ends, it already tells you with the same thing that the post credit scene already told you. So I'm like, I feel like that was just, it was a cheat. The second post credit scene is fine. I feel like that should have been the first post credit scene, and the second post credit scene should have been something a little bit better. I don't know. Or one other thing that I did not like as much, but even though this movie is fantastic, is just I think a couple points in the movie, it's a little predictable when you see something's about to happen, like, oh, it's probably gonna happen like that, and oh, yeah, yep, it came true like that. You know, I still give it a pass because the movie itself was still really, really entertaining, and I really enjoyed watching it. So I really highly recommend this movie to you guys. Something I'm gonna stop doing is during my reviews, I always gave it a score or something like that. No more scores. I don't want to do scoring anymore because I feel like scoring is redundant. People just fast forward everything you say and then watch the scoring and be like, okay, that's what he said to that. Or if I watch another movie and give it a higher score, you're like, oh, so that movie's better than this one? Are you really serious about this? And I'm like, no more scoring. When I give a review, it's what I felt about the movie, and then that's the end of the review. So I'm not gonna give a score. That's the end of the review, guys. So remember, guys, you can like, comment, subscribe on my YouTube channel. You can even put in the comments down below your thoughts on the movie, what you thought about it. There will be spoilers in the comments, most likely. So make sure if you haven't seen the movie, that don't go down there too much. Don't go down there too much. And as always, guys, remember, keep it nerdy.
You will not be able to stay home, brother. You will not be able to plug in, turn on, and cop out. What's on that forever? The revolution will not be televised.
Let's have some fun.